This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Here now's the news for Monday, January 26th of 2026. And we're going to begin with a rant, so strap in for this one because this is going to be a big rant. A really big one. Disney defends their DAS changes. They want their shareholders to vote no on the change. So I don't really want to get into this the whole story because it would take way too long to get into this story, but so the Reader's Digest version is that Disney has put out has put out what do you call it? A ballot, if you will, a thing to vote on, whether or not to change this DAS system. Disney has come out and said that they are encouraged to vote no. Disney has told us shareholders that they want us to vote no on the change. So you can read the full story online, but that's pretty much the condensed version of it. So here's the thing, okay? So I have talked at lengths already on how this how the DAS changes are not working. They are not working. So I don't know if Disney knows this or not, but not everybody in the world has a disability that not everybody in the world has a disability like autism or ADHD or another type of disability that they can't wait in a conventional line for. Okay, so the disability, what they're saying is that their disability access service is only for people with disabilities of that nature. So, autism and, things of that nature. Whereas, people in wheelchairs that, can't walk, they're being denied. They're being denied this service. I think that is totally outrageous. That's totally outrageous. That's the first part of this, okay? We haven't even gotten to the second part yet. But the first part is, this is outrageous. This is totally outrageous that Disney has changed their disability access to not include people not to include people in wheelchairs. And it's just, kind of development disabilities. That's totally outrageous. That is asinine, pardon my French. But not everybody in the world has a learning disability, okay? A lot of disabilities, require people to be in wheelchairs as well. Okay. So I don't know why Disney thinks that just learning disabilities, warrants them, you know, for the disability service. I don't know why, but that's stupid. That is stupid. Okay. And then, for people that really need it, people in wheelchairs, people that, can't get around, they can't even get the service. They can't get the service because they're being denied. All right. That is outrageous. That is totally outrageous. That is unethical. That's outrageous. All right. That's the first part of it. The second part of this is Disney wants us shareholders to vote, to vote, to vote no on the changes. Okay. Because, they, this, what they want us to vote on is, whether or not, Disney can change their disability access service. And we need to vote yes. We need to vote yes. Okay. Disney is totally, they're basically sitting back and they're like, well, people can just buy the lightning lanes. People can just pay us extra money so they can skip the lines. That is absolutely outrageous. That is totally, that is, no, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe that Disney would even, think of that they would just say, no, people that need this service, they can just buy the lightning lane. It's fine. They can give us extra money and then that's how they can skip the lines. That's really what it is. They want that extra money. They want you to give them that extra money so they don't have to give you a DAS pass. All right. What? That, I don't understand this. I don't understand. It's, why is it now all of a sudden about the almighty dollar? Okay. You're putting profits over people. That is ridiculous. That is totally outrageous. I'm sorry. I'm going to use this word. I don't usually, curse while doing this, but this is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. All right. I cannot believe that Disney would want to put profits over people. It just blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Okay. Was the system being abused? Yes, it was being abused. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean you need to punish everybody for it. All right. So the people that need this service, people in wheelchairs, people that, can't walk or other disabilities like that need this service, they can't get that anymore because Disney has made it incredibly hard to get this service, that people that need it. I talked about this a little while ago. Like if I were to take and my dad lives in California. He doesn't live here in Florida. My parents are divorced, but my real dad lives in California. Okay. So if I were to go to California and go to Disneyland and he wanted to go, the disability access service would only, because he's got MS. So that would be the only way that we could, that he could, enjoy the day, is to have this DAS system. And they would deny him. They would deny him because they'd be like, well, he doesn't have, autism or any of these other these other disabilities, he can just wait in the standby line. And that's not even including, like, cancer patients, or people that only have a limited time left on this earth, that they're being denied this service. That is totally outrageous. That is totally outrageous. I never in my mind, never in my wildest dreams would I be sitting here telling you that, Disney doesn't care. Disney doesn't care. They've always been on the forefront of, it's making, they've always been on the forefront of making positive changes in the community. Okay. That was, absolutely, that started with Walt Disney, and, because his uncle was disabled. So, right at the very beginning, it was, it was trying to get these people to, have, live their lives with dignity. And this new service just doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. I was so disgusted. And you can read this. I didn't want to read it on this show because it's very long, but you can go read it online. Disney's official statement. It's basically a bullshit answer. It is a half-ass bullshit answer that basically, through hidden language, it basically says that we don't really care. That we don't care about these people that actually have disabilities, and they can just go by the lightning lane. Give us extra money, and you can pay to skip the lines. I have never heard of such a stupid thing in my entire life. Disney is supposed to be the gold standard of everything. Okay? In the communities, in theme park rides, in movies, and television, and this makes them look like a horse's ass. It really makes them look really, really bad. All right. So I will be voting no on this. Anybody else that's watching this show that it's a shareholder like me, I really hope you're going to do the same. I really, really hope you're going to do the same, because I'm not voting yet. I'm not voting yes on this. Okay. And the way that Disney worded this, it makes it sound like, that this is going to be a good thing, that you want to vote yes on this. No, do not vote yes on this. Vote no. Because this would mean that they're putting profits over people. And I'm sorry, but I cannot support that. As a lifelong Disney fan, I am so hurt by this. I never in my mind would I have thought in a million years that Disney just wouldn't care about the disabled or the elderly or people of that nature. I never thought in a million years that I would be having that discussion with you. I can't believe it. I just really can't believe it. And this really hurts. This really hurts. And to a lot of people, that means that they're not going to be visiting Walt Disney World, or they're not going to be visiting Disneyland, because basically that means, well, I can't visit the theme parks because I won't be able to get this access service. If a person's lifelong dream if a disabled person's lifelong dream was to visit either Disneyland or Walt Disney World, and, they were like, well, or, even if a cancer patient were to visit Disneyland or Walt Disney World, and, they, and they, and they were like, well, I need, the DAS, the access service, and they knew that Disney was going to deny them. They're not going to come. And basically Disney's just sitting there going, well, we don't really care. We don't care if this person is disabled, or if this person has cancer, or if this person has a short amount of time to live on the earth. We don't give a crap. We just don't care. They can give us extra money for the lightning lane, and that'll allow them to skip the lines. That is, again, I am so hurt by this. I just cannot believe that Disney would do this. I just can't. And look, again, I love Disney. I love this corporation. I love the company. Walt Disney is my hero. I love the movies, love going to the theme parks. So most of what they do, I support. Most of what they do, I support. But this is not one of them. This is not one of them. Okay? And, I've seen a lot of disgusting comments online about, people that just make stupid, dumbass comments either on Facebook or any other social media. And it's just, that's outrageous. Because one of these days, the tables are going to be turned. Because that's what time does. Okay? It's, because we're all going to get old at some point. And we're not going to be able to walk or stand or, do the things that we take for granted. All right. So, one of these days, the tables are going to be turned, and it's going to be, it'll be your turn. Then how are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? If you go to Disney and, apply for this disability access service and they deny you, how's that going to make you feel? It's going to make you feel pretty shitty. It's going to make you feel really, really crummy about yourself. So people that come in, in the comments and they'll be like, well, and, I'm sorry, but you are wrong, and I can sure as hell tell you Disney is wrong as well. Disney is wrong as well. And shame on them for trying this. Shame on them, and we need to go after them. So again, when you vote on this proposal, vote no. Do not vote yes. Okay? Because if you vote, if enough people vote yes on this, then that means Disney can do whatever they want. And you think things are going to be bad now? Things are going to be like 20 times worse. 20 times worse if this thing gets approved. So I implore you to please vote no on this. Vote no. All right? Or vote yes. Wow. Vote yes on this. I'm so mad I can't even think straight. Vote yes on this. Vote yes. Okay? Because if you vote no, then that means Disney can just get away with this and do whatever the hell they want to do. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to be sticking up for the disabled people. And I really hope that a lot of my viewers or even that if you're not my, not my viewers, I really hope that you're going to support this. You're going to support this because, Disney changing this is not ethical. It is so not ethical. This thing is wrong on so many levels. So many levels. All right. So I implore you, please, if you are a shareholder, vote yes on this. All right. Do not vote no. All right. And that's my rant. But I really hope that a lot of you will join me in this fight because Disney cannot and should not get away with this. I just can't even believe that they would come up with something like this. When Bob Chapek was heading the company, he was the brunt of a lot of our jokes because he was a horrible CEO. Horrible. And when Bob Iger came back, we were like, things are going to get so much better. Things are going to improve. And for the most part, things have improved. But this is not one of them. This is not one of them. All right. So I implore you. I implore you. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. And don't let Disney win. Do not let Disney win on this. Because this, if they do win on this, it's going to be a sad day. It is going to be a very sad day for everybody that is involved in this. Disney will be like, they'll be the ones that'll be like, yay, we won. Okay. So they'll be the winners. And then everyone that's not in Disney's circle will be the losers. All right. So, but that's my 2 cents on the subject. But let me know. Are you going to vote? Are you going to join us in this? I really hope that you do. I really, really hope that you do. All right. But that's my rant. That's my really big rant. But this really hurts. This really, really hurts. All right. Now there's really there's no transition. There's no good transition for this. So we'll just continue with the news. Okay. Blizzard Beach sign is undergoing refurbishment. Temporary structures go up. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead. Blizzard Beach sign is undergoing refurbishment. So, right now, as a lot of you may know, the water parks aren't open right now because of the cold weather. So, but Disney is, they are, Typhoon Lagoon is closed anyway for its annual refurbishment, so technically Blizzard Beach would be open. Obviously, it is, very, very cold right now. Tomorrow's going to be even colder. So, obviously the water parks will not be open. But Blizzard Beach's sign is also undergoing refurbishment as well. Temporary structure goes up in animation courtyard at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So, they are, this whole area is being, basically everything that's not the Little Mermaid or Walt Disney Presents is being refurbished. They're doing work. They're putting animation. They're putting the animation, an animation experience where Launch Bay was. They're updating the Disney Junior show. They are refurbishing that soundstage as well. But you know, I wish that all of the sound stages were different colors instead of just one color, because when they're different colors, it makes them stand out more. Like the Little Mermaid is one color, Disney Junior is a different color, the animation thing is a different color. Well, the animation thing will be different because of the big sorcerer's hat, but you know, I really wish that, you know, they would paint the buildings different colors, because it just gives it, you know, it tells you that, oh, the Little Mermaid is here, Disney Junior is here, Walt Disney Presents is over here, you know. So it's, you know, it gives them a nice distinct look. Having them one color is like, what, you know, why are we doing that? But, you know, whatever. Frozen Ever After at Epcot is now closed for its refurbishment. As many of you will know, the animatronics are getting updated. They are finally getting rid of those stupid screen-based faces, and they are putting in physical faces, which is fantastic. I love this update. I cannot wait for this update. It's supposed to open sometime next month. We don't have a opening date for this yet. Disney hasn't come out and said anything yet. But you know, I will be there. I will be there on the first day this opens. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. So they have stuck a sign up at the front of the attraction. It's a very, very cute sign. It says, Frozen Ever After is temporarily closed while we work on something worth melting for, which is very cute. Very, very cute. I love that. You know, you know, who doesn't love that? That's wonderful. That is great. All right. I've already talked about this, but Disney's Typhoon Lagoon Water Park is now closed for 3 days due to the cold weather. So again, if you were hoping to hit up any of the water parks, sorry, but you know, we're having some very unseasonably cold weather. So and to be honest, you really don't want to enjoy a water park while it's freezing cold. Okay. Tomorrow's high, I think, is only like 53? I don't think you really want to go to a water park while it's 53 degrees. Not my idea of a good time. Disney's Skyliner is now closed for a brief refurbishment. It will end on January 31st. So either January 31st or February 1st, you will be able to ride the Skyliner again. But just keep that in mind that, you know, you will have to take different modes of transportation, either the buses or you know, or at Epcot's case, the friendship boats, which takes people to and from Hollywood Studios. So just keep that in mind, that the Skyliner is temporarily closed for this very brief refurbishment. Tropical America's construction expands at Disney's Hollywood studio. At Disney's Animal Kingdom. Almost said the wrong park. So they are progressing rapidly. We are just a few short weeks away from the closing of Dinosaur. I will be there on the last day, so I can enjoy I can enjoy Dinosaur one last time. I know it's not everyone's favorite ride. I know a lot of people are like, it's too bumpy, it's too jerky, I understand, I get it. But I love it. It's one of my favorite rides. I'm really looking forward to the Indiana Jones update, but I'm really gonna miss Dinosaur. I'm really gonna miss Dinosaur because, again, it's another one of those things that's getting yanked from us from Animal Kingdom. Tough to Be a Bug went away, and Dinosaur's going away. That whole area is going away. Thankfully, Finding Nemo is not going anywhere. I know a lot of people don't really like the new show. I don't know. I love the new show. I mean, is it better than Finding Nemo the musical? No, but to me, it's as good as Finding Nemo the musical. It's not better, but I think that Finding Nemo the Big Blue and Beyond is at the same level. It's at the same quality. I know a lot of people don't really like Big Blue and Beyond, but this is 2026. Everybody in the world has seen Finding Nemo. Okay. Finding Nemo the musical was a very long show. It was a 40-minute show, and it was about and it was a complete retelling of the movie. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but it was like, okay, this is 2026. People have seen the movie by now. Okay, everybody in the world has seen the movie, so you can do a condensed version of it, which they do at Beauty and the Beast. That's condensed. Even though that's a story show as well, but that's condensed as well. Festival of the Lion King, I can't put that in the conversation because that's not really a retelling. That's more of, that shows more, celebrating everything about the Lion King. So I can't really put it in that. Frozen, that's not really a retell. It's kind of a retelling, but it's not a retelling. It's not like, it's not like, it's not like, Finding Nemo, Beauty and the Beast, or The Little Mermaid, which, are, story, are retelling of the story, which is a retelling of the story. But, I don't really think you need a very long version. So, but that's just me. I don't know. But I've gone off the rails. I've gone off the rails on this. And then my last story is, a major permit has been approved for Disney's attainable housing community, which this is great. This is fantastic. So, the people that, are on a fixed income, or even the cast members, can, I really hope that this will be affordable housing for them, which would be great. If this were affordable housing, I could look into it because I don't make a lot of money either. I don't make a lot of money either. So I really hope that this would be affordable so I could live in it. But again, I don't know. Time will tell whether this will be affordable or not. But hopefully it will be. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. But there you are. There's your news. I apologize that this was a very long episode, but I wanted to get that rant out of the way first. Otherwise, it would have been a longer show. But I wanted to get that DAS rant out of the way so I could do the rest of the news. If you like this video of me ranting about Disney and raving about Disney sometimes, please hit that like button. Do me another favor. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. I'm also going to plug my other channel as well. I have just put my ride POVs up on my other channel, which is at Disney Ride. So those are up, ready for you to enjoy. So please go over to that channel to watch my ride POVs. Not all of them. I haven't put all of them up yet, so I'm still working on that. But the ones that I have put up, please go and enjoy those. I haven't done anything with my vlogging channel yet, so I really need to get on the ball with that one. But the Disney Ride channel, that's up. I have a couple rides for you to enjoy. So go over to that channel. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to that channel as well. I really do appreciate it. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Please keep each other safe and healthy. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.